Oklahoma moves to number 5 in the nation for the best highway bridge conditions. Federal inspectors looked at the number of structurally deficient bridges across the nation. At one point, we ranked second worst in the nation before state lawmakers and ODOT made improvements a big priority. News on 6's Ashlyn Brothers joins us with more. Ashlyn?
Well, Craig, Secretary of Transportation Tim Gatz says Oklahoma went from having completely unmanageable infrastructure to having manageable bridge conditions after allocating billions of dollars over the last several years. But it's far from finished.
We've got one of the best bridge infrastructures in the country.
But it wasn't always that way.
From 1987 till that time period, 2004, 2005, the state resources going to transportation were fundamentally flat.
Back in 2004, Oklahoma ranked 49th in the nation for highway bridge conditions, with nearly 1,200 of the state's 6,800 bridges structurally deficient.
That doesn't surprise me.
Today, ODOT says fewer than 1% of its highway bridges are structurally deficient, making Oklahoma 5th in the nation ahead of Texas. Secretary of Transportation Tim Gatz says that's the result of a long-term plan.
And that's taken diligence, and new resources. And that's required the support of the legislature and the governors.
I'm just going to try and stay positive, keep the construction as a good thing. It's working towards something.
Sounds like we've made good progress.
We're something to be proud of.
Donnie Parrish says if you haven't lived in another state, just know we've got it good.
I lived in Indianapolis for a year, and they had potholes that'll make you gasp.
ODOT inspects all its bridges at least every 2 years.
And that safety concern and the ability of that infrastructure to support commerce, that's our motivating and driving factor.
Gatz says there are many bridges that are at risk. And there are 1,200 that are 80 years old.
So we're not done yet.
Now, Gatz says the remaining 45 structurally deficient bridges are a part of ODOT's 8-year construction plan. That is to replace, repair, or reconstruct. Live in Tulsa, Ashlyn Brothers, Oklahoma's Own, News on 6.